Greetings and welcome back to Friedland once again. I am your host as always. Let's see what has happened. Cossacks are falling back. Makes sense. My cavalry is in position and basically gonna go boot. Alright, some skirmishing. Some extra skirmishing in the woods. Losing a few men here, a few men there. Nothing too crazy. So far, it's again a bit of long-range artillery and some skirmishing. But a lot of Russians are coming forward. So it makes me wonder whether or not I can actually hold here. I want to, but I suppose the one advantage of falling back would be it would open the battlefield up a bit. Meaning I can make use of cavalry a lot easier than I can here at the moment. But then again, if I give up this very good ground, I may not recover from doing so. 4 units undisorder out of 10. No one rallies out of the 2 checked, no one recovers fatigue out of the 2 checked, and no one is resupplied. So, in this regard then, let's start with our artillery. Let's hit them. Alright, we just gained some fatigue from that. Just some fatigue, but as we can see, we got what? At least 8 guns there, at least 4 guns. So let's say 12, another 8, another 8. So 28, 36, 44. There's at least 50 Russian guns here compared to my 15. So yeah, I'm a little outnumbered on the artillery front. Alright, those two can go into that reconstituted whole battalion. Oof, lost what, 19 men there? Yeah, no effect. No effect. Udano. Udano, Udano, Udano. Let's get Udano. Well, he's now in position. The Saxons. I suppose if I deployed the Saxons here, Udano would fall back here. That would unfortunately leave a gap. I suppose it's give and take. Give and take, give and take. Limber those guns up. And now we pull the heavy cavalry back. Ready for... Alright, let's see what else. What other options do we have? Let's have a look, see. Still can't command them effectively. Still, we are at least somewhat in a useful spot. There we go, shoot them for another 10. And we will just continue to skirmish with these boys. Now, what we'll deal with them in a moment. Verdier. Let's get Verdier on the move. Verdier and his division. Yes, Dombrowski arrived with the Polish. The Poznan Foot Company. This is the 8th Corps heavy artillery. So yeah, it's a good, what, 16, 2.5, that is a good 2,500 Poles there, plus a good 11 guns, including 5 12-pounders, so... These are going to head that way. Now, how do I want to deploy Mortier? I suppose I could basically use this fishing pond as the gap between La and Mortier. But for now, do I want to throw Mortier forward? Not particularly. I do not particularly want to throw him forward. I would much rather be making use of him elsewhere than just throw him into the woods and hope he does something. But likewise, I don't want to just leave him where he is. So we have two choices. I form him up here. While we're at it, let's kick out some skirmish companies. Yeah, we'll kick out, say, 4 skirmish companies. Behind which will advance the 2 battalions of the 12th of the 4th, and the 2 battalions of the 15th. So the 4 companies of skirmishers will play screen for a good 2,000 men. To their left will form the other brigade, which includes the Garde de Paris, the Dutch horse artillery will come up, and we'll make use of them. And then in Gorgonau, the wagon will start getting ready. Grouchy, you will head that direction. So Verdier is arriving, Dombrowski's arriving. Next turn, some more troops will arrive, and then I'll have to wait for 2 hours before the arrival of my next reinforcements. Alright. Beaumont and the cavalry. And we form so let's have a look-see. Okay, we can see plenty of Russia from here. What can we see? Okay, we got some eyes on the roads at the very least, so if there's any surprises, we will spot them. I can work to get, I suppose if I got the majority of the cavalry up here, it's pretty good cavalry country, especially around Heinrichsdorf. It's very good cavalry country around here. So for the moment, it's just a case of continue to buy time. Once Dombrowski arrives, once Verdier and Dombrowski arrive, I will make use of them considerably. So far I have 29,000 men on the field, so it's not too shabby. they are detached, so they're not going to arrive. Who am I missing? Savre with the Fusilier, Grenadiers, Fusilier Chasseurs, Grenadiers, and Chasseurs. So, come on, Victor, I need you. Marshal Victor, I need him. The sooner he arrives, the better. But for now, it continues to be just a game of wait and delay. So while we continue to try and play delay, I'm a little thin around here, but Saxons, I suppose I could place the Saxons here and then fall out of Buthkheim, fall back out of Buthkheim. The big thing is I would be giving up the ground here as well, because I wouldn't be able to hold it really. So let's say the rest of Oudinot's division really forms the line along here. Well, even that's a bit too widespread for a division. But let's say, for argument's sake, it forms the division from, say, here to here. Saxons then form in here, and then Verdier can form here. That's got potential. But it's thin. And it's thin as all hell, which is the big thing. But that does, for the most part, give me the opportunity it would give me an opportunity to make use of some of the cavalry a bit more, because this is a pure infantry and artillery fight at the moment. There is no cavalry that's going to be of use here. I suppose I could put some cavalry there, but then they're just going to get shot by cannons. So, and if they're here, they can't reach that far. Anyway. So, but for now, this is going to be another fairly quick episode. We've gotten our position. I mean, I could throw forward the 4th Hussars, but I don't really see the point. We'll make them move a little bit, though. Yeah, that'll do. So, the Russian Cossacks can either sit here or get driven from the field. But what he is doing here with his Cossacks is screening me, just like I'm screening him. He's got his eyes open for any arriving troops. Because, who knows, Ney might have been arriving from here, or will arrive from here, hence the Cossacks are keeping an eye out. My main plan, however, is, for the moment, my plan is just to continue delaying the Russians. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated, just delay them. Once at least Napoleon arrives, and probably Marshal Ney, then I can get a bit more fancy. The last forces of mine arrive at 3 PM, so until the end of that, I still got to play the hold on and delay game. So for now, I'm going to say that's it. So this was my turn 13. So I've lost more than the Russians at the moment, but again, as I said in the previous episode, it's not going to stay that way. So my main losses were those few squadrons of dragoons, unfortunately. But I think that is everything. There's nothing else that's saying, do this, do this. So for now, I am going to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please consider leaving a comment, subscribing, or hitting that thumbs up. It's all appreciated. But until next time, I shall say bye-bye for now, and I will see you soon.